We've all heard the story. You're born in the Stone Age, hunt a mammoth or two, and then drop dead at 30. But if nobody lived long enough to accumulate decades of experience, how did early humans figure out complex architecture or master the physics of fire? The true answer lies at the very beginning of life. Raising an infant in prehistoric conditions was incredibly perilous. Without modern medicine, a common fever or a harsh winter could easily prove fatal. Failing to survive childhood was by far the leading cause of death. A massive portion of the population simply never made it to their 5th birthday. This creates what statisticians call a bimodal mortality curve. This chart shows death rates by age in ancient populations. Instead of a smooth, predictable slope, we see two massive spikes, one clustered around infancy and a second massive cluster well into the 50s and 60s. When you calculate the standard average from this data, the math takes those high numbers of early childhood deaths, combines them with the older adults, and finds the exact middle. The indicator line lands perfectly at age 30. 30 was never a biological expiration date for humanity. It functioned purely as a mathematical ghost, masking the true timeline of prehistoric longevity. Once an early human cleared that dangerous childhood threshold, their odds completely shifted. Surviving past age 5 meant you had an incredibly high probability of living into your 50s or 60s. Adult life was still a relentless test of endurance. A sudden winter storm could trap a community, and catastrophic food shortages threatened survival every single year. Apex predators patrolled those exact same territories. Tracking and hunting large game required putting yourself in lethal physical danger daily. Early humans survived these conditions through rapid, deliberate adaptation. They engineered specialized clothing to block out the extreme cold and harnessed controlled fire to keep predators away. A single human out in the wild is highly vulnerable. Prehistoric communities offset their individual physical weaknesses by relying completely on communal strength and shared environmental mastery. We don't have to guess that they supported each other. Modern archaeological excavations provide the physical receipts of how these ancient communities operated. When scientists uncover ancient skeletons, they frequently find evidence of catastrophic trauma. What is remarkable is that these bones show complete healing. A shattered femur meant a total loss of mobility. An injured person could not hunt, forage, or defend against predators. A severe fracture requires months of absolute immobility to knit back together. During that entire recovery period, the body demands continuous, massive caloric intake to repair the tissue. A fully healed prehistoric bone stands as undeniable forensic proof of deep human empathy. It proves that a tribe actively chose to invest their scarce food, water, and protection into keeping a vulnerable, injured member alive. In a world where every single calorie was fiercely contested, why would a struggling tribe expend so much effort keeping their oldest members alive? Because long before written language existed, a society's older individuals functioned as the irreplaceable living libraries of humanity. They monopolized decades of critical data. They knew exactly which obscure plants could treat an infection, how to read the subtle shifts of an incoming freeze, and where to locate hidden water during a once-in-a-generation drought. That specific long-term wisdom actively kept younger generations alive. Keeping an elder healthy and protected was essentially securing a massive survival insurance policy for the entire group. Thousands of years later, humanity developed large-scale agriculture and modern medicine. These innovations systematically dismantled the high infant mortality crisis. Once fewer babies died in their first few years, the mathematical average finally caught up with what our biological lifespan had been all along. Our surroundings look incredibly different today, but getting older remains a remarkable achievement. Humanity succeeded because we recognized early on that our greatest tool for survival is the shared wisdom of the people around us.